So you finally finish your website. You built it with Claude or Codex and then deployed it to LIIVO, and now it's done. It works. Maybe you send a link to your friends. But the question is it really ready? Because there's a gap between it runs and it's ready for real users. In this video, I'm going to close that gap by adding a few pieces. Let's take a look at our starting point. In my case, I built a little web shop where you can buy clothes and things. I guess there's nothing wrong with it, but I really think we can elevate it to the next level. So let's take a look at the first thing we need to add. Basically, we have all these products, but we have no clue what people have looked at, what's popular. I guess we can see when people buy them, what sells or not, but maybe a lot of people are looking at this bag, for example, and they're thinking about buying it, but maybe, oh, I wish there were different colors or something. We have no way of knowing where people have clicked. And this is where LIIVO really can help us. If you only code with Claude or AI as the vanilla package, it's not always going to be able to create those advanced things. For example, be able to track users can be a bit complicated. And we really don't need to reinvent the wheel again, because building an analytic tracker is a huge task. And you need an interface, and it should have a lot of features, and it's going to burn through your tokens really quickly. And it's probably not even going to be as good as the one we already have. And in LIIVO, we have open source components that it reuses when it builds. I guess in a way, it's a little bit like Lego. You have the basic pieces. The AI have no problem creating a house and things with the basic pieces. But sometimes you need a little bit more advanced piece. Maybe you need a door for your house in your little Lego house. And then it's going to be a little bit hard to create a door with a hinge and all. And that's basically what LIIVO provides. It goes beyond the basic Lego bricks that AI has an easy time creating. And it reuses something that someone has spent a lot of time making and putting it in our project. So let's jump into it and see what AI suggests. So we're in Codex and we're going to write our prompt to get some analytics. Let's try the voice mode for this. I want to add analytics to my site. I want to be able to know where the people clicked, where my users went the most often, where they didn't go, so I can see which projects are the most common. I also want to know if there's any problems with my site, any bottlenecks and such. And make sure basically to cover everything I need to know about how my users use the site. And LIIVO should understand this, but just to make sure, I'm going to add, make sure to use LIIVO best practices. While this is working, I think we can take a look at the second thing to make our website more business ready. One thing I really value in this site is customer support. And we have this little contact form where the users can send a message to the team. I think this is all right, it works in most cases, but I want to take this a step further by adding a live chat. And I don't want to wait for the first thing to be done before I can continue. So let's add a new chat and do it in parallel. I want to add to my site a live chat that the users can chat to and get live response, and if people aren't there, they will be sent an email. Maybe this is already a block on LIIVO we can use. Let's stop there. And let's just change the spelling on LIIVO. Oh, I forgot to add. We are currently working on LIIVO as we speak, so make sure to do this in parallel. Maybe you don't know all the things we can do to elevate the site to the next step. So let's ask our AI what we could implement to make it more business ready. I want to make my app more business ready by adding, for example, analytics or live chat. But I want you to come up with some other examples that LIIVO already can provide. Okay, perfect. Here we have some examples of what we have on LIIVO. We have Umami, privacy-focused web analytics, and this was our first analytics goal. And we have ListMonk, which basically you can send out newsletters to all your users at the same time. And it has Minio, for example. Basically any image, or if you have sound or video in any way, you can store them on the Minio. As well, it gets a little bit easier if you want to upload products later. And there's a ton more. So in our case, I think Mini.io will be great to be able to upload new products without having to jump in the code. Just take the images you want and upload them. I want to add some storage. Let's use Mini.io. I want an admin user to be able to upload new products, add images, title, and everything, and make sure that everything's saved and that the image is saved to the storage. And I want to specify a little bit more. Make sure to add an admin page, so an admin can change a product, add a project, delete it, and such. And let's also try the Uptime Kuma. which basically monitors your site and makes sure everything is running smoothly. So if something goes down, you will know about it. I want to be able to see if my site is down or not. Let's add Uptime Kuma with LIIVO to make sure that I always know the status of my site. Okay, let's wait for all these to finish. Maybe we need some configuration or such to make it complete. Okay, I think it's all done. So basically it gave us a step-by-step list how to finish the setup. You have to do this once, but then it will just work. Okay, we open up Umami, which is our analytics. What is our login for Umami? Umami, let's hope this works. Okay, now we're in. So now we just have to add the website. Click here and we need a name and let's call it store, for example. And we need the domain, copy this and paste it in. Last thing we have to do is go to the website and click edit. And I think it's this code we need. So this is the Umami code. So it's a little bit complicated, but remember you can always ask all your dumb questions to the AI to make it figure out. Let's click around the site a bit. So here we have 30 views. It's only me who's watched so far, how long they've been, and you got all information, you know, which path they're being, the entry path, where they ended up. You have so many like events, what they clicked on. And the thing is, this kind of gets overwhelming. And I think a much better way is to stay in your AI and see where do people actually click, how did they use it, maybe what products to launch more of or such, or which ones you don't need. I want you to connect with Umami to Codex so I can chat right in Codex and get feedback right here instead of going to the actual site. Perfect, now we got some data. Let's see what it says. The strongest signal is that the Caves Market Toto and the beige trench coat are your current heroes. So I know maybe I should focus more on them in the future, maybe promote them and such. And here it gives me some suggestions on what I should do, maybe add more colors on certain items and things. And it actually looked like it discovered a little bug. Let's see. The big fix. Checkout has repeated checkout payment instant failed events. This is likely Stripe isn't configured in production. And I know this since I tested it, Stripe wasn't working for some reason. And it caught that. It saw that, oh, something went wrong. Can you look into the bugs and fix them? And as easy as that, I got some insights on my site. So this is cool because you can stop guessing what the problems are and you also know what your customers actually want. Okay, let's see the next thing. The next thing is Chatwood. So we go to Chatwood, log in to your account, create a website inbox, and then use the production app. So now the connection to Chatwood is added. Let's get a quick look on Chatwood. So as you see, this is not just like a little simple line of code. This is like a full-fledged app where you can have all your clients' email or direct chat and such. And you can have a larger support team, assign your employees a different kind of tickets and such. You can do auto bot answers, and I mean, there's so many things you can do here. So it's not just a simple email that gets sent to you. It's a whole ecosystem. So let's see how it looks on the actual site. So you can see this little icon at the bottom. You can click it, and here we can start a conversation. Do you have the jackets in extra large? And you can write an email, test@test.com. So now, if we have someone here, you see, we get this, gets into the chat, and we can ask, no, we will not, ... You can assign it, and you can add like private notes, look this up. So there's a lot of things you can do. I think it's awesome just being able to level up your site just so much just from this Chatwood block. Now let's take a look at uploading new things with the storage. So you just write admin, and here we will need to log in this. So now we can look at products, we can remove them, update them, everything. So let's try adding a new one. So we add this item, you see it here. Let's see on the main page, and we got it right here. So now it's stored, even on refresh, it's gonna be there. So this keeps it really easy to upload new items. Anyone can do it, and it will get sorted and all like that. And of course, once this grows, it's gonna get a little bit messy. So maybe it's worth reorganizing this page a little bit. But for now, I think it's fine. Let's look at the last thing we did to make sure that the site is always running. Okay, we open it, we log in, we create a new monitor. Let's do that, open this. So this is good for a lot of sites, because if the site is done, well, you're gonna lose money. You're gonna miss on opportunities, miss sales and such. So it's important that the site is always up, and this helps you to make sure that it is. And the cool thing about this, it can also send you emails and things to make sure that if there's any hiccup, you will get a notification in the way you prefer. Okay, I think that covers it. Let's do a little recap of what we've done. First, we had a plain site, which works great, but we elevated it by adding chat functions. We added umami tracking, so we can see what people clicked on. We added storage, so we can add new items, making it easy for people to upload new images. So it's not just hard-coded, we can change things. And finally, we added the monitors, so we can make sure that everything is always running. These are just some of the blocks available in LIIVO. There's so many blocks, we don't have to reinvent the wheel again. We have them, they're fleshed out, they're great systems that we can use and take advantage of. So stop wasting your tokens on trying to create just like a knockoff of something that's not fully fleshed out, and start using these components. Try for yourself to see how this could elevate your site, to make it better and be more professional and make your business run a lot smoother.